Yeah. Yeah.
You may be familiar with the Cedar River. It originates in the Cascade Range region and flows generally west and northwest, emptying into the southern end of Lake Washington. It might even flow near your home. This river is not only here for scenery, it is often home to a plethora of diverse plants and insects, one species in particular, the salmon. Salmon are a keystone species in the Cedar River, and many animals rely on the return of spawning salmon every year. Such animals include the bald eagle and the grizzly bear. And not just these species benefit from salmon, many other plants and animals benefit from these aquatic animals. For example, after spawning upriver, many salmon die, leaving dead carcass scattered across regions upstream, which helps to push vast amounts of marine nutrients from the ocean to the headwaters of otherwise low productivity rivers, which in turn provides plants with lots of nutrients to grow. The dead salmon also provide scavengers with food. But there's just one problem. The local salmon populations have been declining, and it's all because of
this guy. I represent the chemicals that leak into nearby streams from the use of lawn fertilizers and chemicals from runoff.
I've been looking for a walking bag of chemicals. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Local salmon populations.
Well, whenever it rains, I get washed into rivers and streams through a process called runoff. When I get into the ecosystem, I cause health problems for the salmon and something called eutrophication, which harms all the life in the ecosystem.
Tired of killing your weeds and soil? Tired of unintentionally destroying your local rivers and streams? Welcome to Sustainable Alternatives with Abbai. And today we're going to learn about the dangers of weed killer and what we can do to kill weeds in an eco-friendly way. Now you. Yes, you. Come with me and maybe you'll learn a thing or two on how to save your planet. Music by Abbai.
Hey guys, my name is Dr. Jeff, PhD, ABC, R3, RARXD. And today, I'm here to speak about something I am very passionate about. Roundup. I know what you're thinking. Roundups sounds like a good time. No, not that kind of roundups. See, the Roundup I am talking about is a chemical substance commonly used as weed killer. I know what you're thinking. Oh yeah, killing weeds, yeah, that's really good. No! What's wrong with this concoction is that it can stay in the ground for a long time because it's unbiodegradable. Full strength 5% vinegar, a tablespoon or two of dish soap. I know what you're thinking. Using vinegar and dish soap won't do the trick. It's not potent enough. It's just household items. Well, if you want to make it a more potent mix, you can use salt. If you sprinkle salt on the weeds that you want to kill, it'll make it more potent and more effective. This is a more effective alternative, and it's cheap and easy to use. If enough people get on this trend, we can make Roundup a thing of the past. This is Dr. Jif, PhD, ABC, RAR XD, signing out.
So, what do you know about salmon in the Cedar River?
Well, I don't actually know much about salmon in the Cedar River.
Well, then, do you know about the harmful effects of chemicals and fertilizers on fish in general?
Chemicals and fertilizers? But
Yeah.
don't those go into lawns?
Yeah, but they can run off into streams and they can hurt salmon and they can cause something called eutrophication in ponds, which just destroys the wildlife.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is.
What are we doing about it?
Absolutely nothing, which is why I'm talking to you today.
Yes. That's cool.
We now see the bag of chemicals in its natural habitat polluting the river.
You! Huh! I'll wipe you out like I wiped out your family.
Finish him! Fatality!
The combat between the salmon and the chemicals in the river has gone on for generations. Be the one to stop this from happening. Be the ones to end this conflict by not using chemical fertilizers and weed killers in your garden.
Humans are the reason for many extinctions on Earth, purely off of mass consumption. Though that used to be the case for salmon, that alone wasn't the reason for the massive decline in salmon population. Emacetine benzoate is a chemical found in most pesticides. When it finds its way into rivers, the toxic compound gets into salmon and into the people through consumption.
One of the questions about this issue is, who should care the most? Well, one of the biggest stakeholders is the large salmon fishing industry that rely on salmon for profit. Companies that fish for salmon often fish in the ocean where salmon come to spawn. If the salmon population keep decreasing, then the fishing industry would likely cease to exist, and not only salmon fisheries would be greatly affected, even the environment would change because of how salmon help fertilize the land upstream with marine nutrients. One example of a fishery in the Puget Sound is Cape Romanzov Fisheries. Another stakeholder could just be people in the community, mostly because people enjoy cooking and eating salmon, such as the man we see in this following scene.
Cletus, I got me a big one! Get the bucket! Go put you in my oven!
Though this may seem a bit up front, like all natural landscapes, the Cedar River, yes, the one that runs through Maple Valley, is home to many species, such as salmon. You would think that since so many people go here every day, it must be hard for various species, such as salmon, to live here. Well, you're probably right. As you can see by all the pollutants and chemicals in the Puget Sound, well, it's not very well maintained. In order to fix the growing problem of populations of salmon from declining, you need to help us to educate the public so we can make a change together. Please educate your neighbors about this topic. Even small changes, such as just using vinegar in place of weed killer, can make such a huge difference. So please, use these strategies so we can help the salmon of Washington State make a great comeback and help preserve this northwestern icon for many generations to come.